Geneva Sparks, Vital Records.
Hey, I needed to talk to someone about the request and use of birth certificates. Are you the right person to speak to, or is there a manager?
Yeah.
Okay, hey.
Yeah, how can I help you?
Yeah, so here's my question. I've got two questions, actually. It's illegal to use a legal name at the child section, and also of the birth certificate, it's also illegal to use the birth certificate itself unless one is a bar attorney. And so my question is, can I get written permission, given the fact that I'm not a bar attorney, can I get written permission to request the birth certificate using the child's name, number one? And number two, can I get written permission to then use that birth certificate to breed other legal documents, like a driver's license or passport?
Now, whose birth certificate are you trying to get?
It would be the entity at the child's name. And I can't use that name legally because the state owns it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. Well, do you have a manager?
I am the manager. I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm not an attorney, and the birth certificate is...
You can get your birth certificate or any of your children's birth certificate, as long as your name is on the certificate.
Okay. Then I will need the original birth certificate. The original.
You just need...
I need the original.
You don't get the original. You get a certified copy of the original.
Okay, then that is not mine. So it's the state's property. So what I need is written permission to use the state's property.
No, we don't do that. It's
okay.
Your birth certificate. You can get a certified copy of it.
Didn't you just say that I can't get the original?
No one gets the original.
So then it's not my birth certificate, right?
It's a certified copy of your birth certificate. We don't give out the original.
Wait, I'm a little confused here. It's a certified copy of the state's birth certificate, not mine.
It's your certificate with your name on it and your parents' name on it. And it's a certified copy of it.
No, you just said the state owns that, and I can't have it.
I never said the state owned it. All I said to you is we don't give you the original copy.
Well, okay, so you're talking about Vital Records.
If we gave you the original copy, then what would we use in order to make certified copies for you?
Well, yeah, I agree. That makes sense. But what I'm saying is that's not my birth certificate because someone else owns it. Someone else has it, some other entity. So what I need in order to use something that doesn't belong to me is written permission to use it.
No, we don't do that.
Okay. Well, in that case, I do understand that it's illegal to use the name on the birth certificate and the birth certificate itself because I have not received permission to use those legal documents that the state owns or Vital Records owns. Does that make sense?
Okay. No, it doesn't, but
okay,
you say so.
Would it make sense?
People use these documents all the time to get driver's license and all this other stuff.
Right. Yeah, they do, and they're breaking the law because they're using things that aren't theirs. And by the way, if people are always doing this, then it shouldn't be a problem to get written permission to do it, should it?
No, we don't do that. All I provide you with is certified copies of the document.
Well, we want to make certain that fraud's not happening, don't we? So if I were to get written permission to request and use the birth certificate, it would be an extra layer of fraud prevention, wouldn't it?
We don't do that.
So then that's okay. So what you're saying is it's okay to break the law and use something that doesn't belong to me if I were to just use the child's name in the birth certificate?
I'm just telling you what you're entitled to and what I can authorize to give you, sir.
Well, okay. Now, if I were to request the birth certificate, a legal document, and then use it, and me not being an attorney, wouldn't that be me practicing law without a license?
I don't think so, sir. This is the first time I've heard this.
Well, the last I checked, only attorneys can deal with legal documents and legal processes such as, using a birth certificate to legally create or have created by means of a legal process, a passport or a driver's license. So I'm just wondering, how do I get over that? Because that would be illegal. I would be practicing law
I think that
illegally.
Perhaps you need to check with an attorney.
Okay. Well, would you help me get a birth certificate?
You can write in for it, sir.
Well, is
The
there?
certificates are $24. If you were born in the state of Maryland, the certificates are $24 here in the central office.
Well, if you or someone else that works in vital records were to help me with that process, and they weren't bar attorneys, wouldn't they be involved in practicing law without a license?
I don't think so, sir.
Really? Because that in the preparation of legal documents and whatnot, isn't that's all
Sir,
legal?
I think that you need to consult a lawyer.
I have, and they said to call vital records rather, and ask them. So that's what I'm doing.
Well, I've told you what we can do.
They said that if people are doing legal things without a license, like a bar card, that's a violation of state law.
I don't know anything about that, sir.
Okay. Well, is there any legal way for me to use a legal document like a birth certificate to get a passport?
Sir, people use birth certificates every day to get passports.
Well, okay. In that case, can I get something in writing, or is there something already in writing specifying that?
No, sir, not that I know of. You need to check with passport and find out what they require in order to give you a passport.
No, but
and if they say you can use a birth certificate,
yeah.
then you can present them with a birth certificate.
Before I even get there, though, I got to get the birth certificate, and so I have to misrepresent myself as the owner of the child's name in order to get a copy of the state's property, which is the birth certificate itself, the original record. It's not mine, and I didn't make it.
Sir, I can't help you. We're going around in circles. I suggest you consult an attorney.
Just one more thing. I was 7 days old when the birth record was created, so it doesn't have anything to do with me. So how is it that I can legally involve myself in the birth certificate when I was only 0 years old when it was created?
Well, your parents legally involved themselves in it.
So that's between them, but that's between them and vital records and the hospital. That has nothing to do with me. So how can I get involved with it, legally speaking?
As long as your name is on that certificate, sir, you're entitled to a copy of it, as long as you can prove that you are the person on that record. So,
well,
I can't help you anymore, sir.
Yeah, but I'm not the child.
I can't help you anymore because we keep going around and around with the same thing, and I can't help you anymore.
Well, okay, so it's illegal to use legal names on birth certificates then.
Sir, I cannot help you anymore.
I'll take that as your acceptance because you haven't shown me otherwise. So it is illegal to use birth certificates and legal names.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks.